My name is Rick Landman. I am an attorney and I'm a retired professor. I started going to CBST in 1973. I was on the board of directors for a while. Been on many of the committees, and now I'm just a member of the congregation. Both of my parents were German Jewish refugees. So part of my Jewishness comes from a much more of a direct link to the Holocaust than a lot of other American Jews. Back in 1965, I was being bar mitzvahed, which happened to be the last Shabbos in June, exactly 4 years before Stonewall. That year, we were talking in class how Jewish boys and girls get married. My teacher, Mr. Rosenberg, would go and he would pick a taller boy and a shorter girl and put them up to the front of the room at one corner, one in the middle, one the other. And he was showing people what it was like to get married. I'm 5'2" now. So at that time I was a little bit shorter. So when he came to me, he goes, Mordechai, which is my Hebrew name, he goes, I'm sorry, but there's no girl shorter than you. So you just watch everyone else in the front, and when you get married, that's what you'll do. I raise my hand and say, I'm not really into girls. Is there a bracha for two boys to get married? Mr. Rosenberg got so red, and he took me out to the hallway, left the class alone, which really never happened, and yelled at me, no, 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 never, never, never will two boys ever get married. Are you serious? I'm going to call your parents and bring you in here. I think I raised my hand and was be able to say that question because I was just very sheltered. But then, once you know that you're gay, it's very difficult to read that the Bible says you should be killed. In 1971, I was already out to my parents, but I was going to go to the March on Albany for gay rights, and there's a potential of either getting arrested or getting my picture in the paper or something. And I called up and I was speaking to my parents about it. And my father said, Ricky, maybe I can help you here. When I was exactly your age, I would be coming home from school and I'd have to walk across the street if I saw people coming because I was afraid they'd beat me up. And I asked my mother, what the hell did the Jews do? Why do everyone hate us so much? And then he said to me, his mother said, you just have to love yourself. We love you, but the Jews did nothing wrong. The whole world is wrong. So he said, Ricky, the same thing with homosexuals. The whole world is wrong. They all say, everyone says you're no good. You're the same son you were to me before I knew you were gay. Or homosexual, whatever we'd say at the time. But you have to love yourself and be strong. Your life might be harder, but you are who you are, and your mother and father will always support you. My parents, they went through and saw when a society went totally crazy. And they came out of it not with animus, but with love. It was in April of 1973 during Passover. My mother read the article, a little paragraph, that stated that CBST was created. My mother said to me, you said one day there'd be a gay synagogue, and I thought you were crazy. Well, there's a gay synagogue, so get dressed and go to shul. And now there are very few people alive who were there earlier than I was. It's Congregation of the House of the Joy of Torah, Congregation Bet Simchas Torah, or Simchat Torah. Originally, it was mostly men, and then CBST went through sort of a lesbian visibility, and it's gone for the last 40 years through so many different conflicts, just as the LGBT movement has.